This influencer makes $10,000 a month and she's not even real. Hey everyone, it's Malentino, and let's react to this AI influencer.
A photo shoot with no model. She's not late though, she doesn't exist.
Wow.
Aitana is an AI model. Since she was
Over the last couple of years, the realism on AI has been going crazy. Absolutely insane.
created around a year ago, she's amassed a big following and is making thousands a month for her
330K followers, and she's not even real. What?
Barcelona-based agency.
We intend to always try to make it as similar as what an influencer would do. We take a picture with me in the image.
Clueless
and we have to
agency.
replace it with AI. So we have to play a little bit with lights and shadows to make it as real as possible.
As well as the main images, Aitana's designers make short videos to post as her Instagram stories. Back in the studio, they plan the post.
Maybe Barcelona as the background is gonna be more interesting.
And if we want, we can do a simple prompt now, put Aitana, and then complement all the prompt with more things like the clothes, the acting.
I think what they're showing is really key, because it's not just so simple as, oh, get a prompt, but they're actually going to the location, they're taking photos. From those photos, they have this girl that poses on there, that they also take images of her. They have different things that they add, because it's not just oh, prompt and boom. The prompt is actually just one layer of a multi-step process, and there are 5 people working on this thing. Pretty cool.
Clueless agency won't say exactly which AI image generator they are using, but say they use a mixture of open.
It is 100% right now. I don't know about before, but right now they're using Nano Banana Pro, or that is at least one of the models that they're using, because I don't know if you've seen anything about Nano Banana Pro, but it's amazing. I think there's even a Nano Banana Pro 2 that's out, but that's one of the engines they're using, and they're probably using a bunch of different image generator models.
Source models like Stable Diffusion. Sometimes it can throw up some surprises.
And we train Aitana with...
That's interesting that you laughed at that one.
Aitana would never wear this, for example.
Right, that's what that's
So
like.
it's funny because it's wow, I would love her to wear this, but she would not wear this. We spent 2 months creating this personality and understanding how she would speak, how she would interact with her community.
But think about the thought process here. It's just not like an influencer. They have this person, Aitana, is not real, but she might as well be. How she would speak, they probably know her like their friend. It took 2 months to create a whole persona. It's not just a random, AI is, crazy, but there's still a lot of work involved. And I love that they're showing that in here.
Once the image is chosen, the refinements and corrections are done. They start with seeing what Photoshop's inbuilt AI suggests, then touch it up by hand. Touch-ups used to take around a day, but now it's a few hours because of how the AI's improved so much. A few days later, here's the final product.
That looks pretty good.
They've just given us a printout of the very, very early days of Aitana's Instagram. So she only had 3,800 followers, and these are the early pictures. And what's interesting is they haven't quite got the face perfect. So Aitana's face just changes slightly. The studio says they can get thousands of pounds a month for sponsored posts and endorsements with Aitana. She's now the most famous of this new wave of realistic-looking AI models.
So, funny thing is, there's actually a lot of AI models. I know 12 of them. There's a ton. So, but Aitana was definitely one of the first ones, and I think I've actually seen her on Instagram before, out in the wild. And you know how they showed that early on there was a bunch of different changes to her face? I've actually created an AI model, and that was one of the biggest hurdles because their face will change slightly. If you have something like a mole on the right side of the face, it could swap to the left side. So you have to get that consistent. But man, it's crazy. Thousands of pounds from brand deals. Sheesh. Probably makes a lot more than most influencers.
And there are plenty of them, some with hundreds of thousands of followers as well. Achieving realism in videos is proving harder, but Aitana's team are experimenting too. Aitana also has an OnlyFans-style private membership.
So that's the thing, right? You create these AI models and boom, I was waiting for it. OnlyFans content. Because at the end of the day, who do you think these AI models are attracting, right? I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but of course you're gonna have an OnlyFans because that's how you monetize. The Instagram is just to capture, think about it, just to grow the mass and following. And then you get the brand deals, raking in, thousands monthly. And then you get an OnlyFans. And even just 1% of 300,000, just 1% of them, subscribe to your OnlyFans. That's like what, 30,000 people subscribe to OnlyFans at $10 a month or $5. Now, 1% conversion is high, but you get what I'm saying.
For underwear and swimsuit shots. Her virtual life is built for her mostly male fans, a key demographic for these AI models. Some find the message they're sending to boys and girls troubling.
We're seeing AI, artificial intelligence influencers, and if you watch these, it is terrifying how real they are.
Danae Mercer is a well-being influencer who calls out fakery on Instagram.
I see huge issues with the rise of AI models and influencers. I think they're setting an unrealistic beauty standard that is close enough to being real that a lot of people who follow them don't realize they're not real, especially teenagers, young teen girls. But then the perfection is so unachievable because it isn't real that it's something like none of us can ever reach.
Aitana is marketing.
So what she's saying is so true because a lot of people are already struggling with self-imagery because of social media, which is arguably, not good for you. But on top of that, you now have fake people that are not even real, that can have the most perfect bodies, look the most perfect way you need. And, their followings are mostly men. And that's why they also do the OnlyFans stuff. So it's definitely, I agree that it can or is damaging to youths, and think about little girls or teenagers. And it's also not good for the men either, but well, they're gonna spend their money how they spend their money.
Woman who lives a healthy lifestyle. She's even been sponsored by nutrition and sports brands. Is there a problem where you're promoting a body image of someone that is, in many ways perfect, but they don't exist? They don't go to the gym, they don't watch what they eat. And there are some people, some of your followers, that say, I wish I had that body.
In the beginning, we tried to make more curvy models, for example, or more not standardized models. And clients didn't like that. They usually want like a perfect model. But you can see this everywhere in publicity. At the end of the day, she is an influencer, but comparing her to the rest of the influencers, she looks the same as the rest.
So you see, that's the big key there though. Although this is not a real person and all of that stuff, people like what they like. So they're just giving the market what they like. What do you think, guys? I'll let you know what I think. AI is growing at a rapid rate. At some point, we're going to see AI in all facets of our life, if we're not already seeing that. AI is in all of every single software. I'm super big on tech, so AI is there. There are good and bad applications of AI, but let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think it's cool that there are AI influencers or AI models that are making lots of money and potentially taking brand deals from real life people? Or do you think it's amazing that the technology is rapidly growing? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.